Greetings. St. Vincent is not the problem. The reason why I'm actually doing this video is because someone drew my attention to an article in an online newspaper in England. I'll definitely provide the link down below so you could go and check it out for yourself. Okay, and it is very disturbing because they're talking about the immigration system, how it is cracking down on Vincentians, how they are populating England, and it has become such a great concern. And they are actually cracking down on the business places and so on that is actually employing them, and they're undocumented and so on. Okay, and so what I really want to address is basically the power of the mind, and how when people do not understand how the mind works, they fail to realize that the land of opportunity is right between the two ears. And so you born and grow up in a certain country. When you speak ill about that country, it tells a lot about your mentality. You see, thoughts become things, and we become what we think about most of the time. You have to spend time by yourself. You have to be isolated for a little while so you can learn to exercise your mind. In other words, learn to think. You see, a lot of people who try to blame St. Vincent for what is happening in their life, they have no understanding of the law of cause and effect. You see, the truth is, you're the cause of everything in your life. No politician is responsible for you. No preacher is responsible for you. You're responsible for yourself, and you have to take accountability for what you are attracting in your reality. Because whether you believe it or not, we are all self-made. But only the successful ones will accept the fact that we are all self-made. Now, if you be honest with yourself, when was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you read a self-development book? A self-help book? And I can say that because I would have written a lot of books, self-help books. And I can guarantee you that there's no one in this island that can show me that they have my book. Yet, for more than, 3 to 4 years, or even more than that, but since I would have uploaded my books, there have never been a month that I have not gotten any royalty. Every month, I've been getting my royalty. And the reason for that, it is because I'm offering something of value to humanity. And so if you're going to leave this island to go to America, Canada, England, or wherever, Europe, or wherever in the world you want to go, you have to go with a plan. You see, what divides the successful and the unsuccessful is basically goals. Some people have goals and some don't have any goals. Some people know what they want and some people do not know what they want. Some people understand how the mind works and some people do not understand how the mind works. Some people are creating consciously while others are creating unconsciously. Some people are open-minded and willing to learn, while some people are one-track-minded and they're arrogant and they don't want to learn. So my brother, my sisters, if you should take anything away from this video, what I'm really saying to you is that you are the cause of everything in your life. You have to be responsible because it is your own thoughts that is creating your reality and creating your personality. That is why the Bible, which is a book of mind science, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So people saying that there are not enough opportunities in this country, people trying to say this country is hard, and you have a cell phone, and you have a computer. Anyone who have access to a cell phone or a computer have access to everything that is available in this world, because we are living in a global village. You see, when you understand the different era of time, you would realize that in the agricultural age, when you had a farm and you had animals, you was in line for great prosperity. But when you move on to the industrial age, you have to start to talk about, you had to start to think about cement and steel and building the railroads and so on. Because it was a different era. Okay. And so around that same time, they started to build even bigger buildings and so on. And the men who capitalized and the era that they were living in, those were the ones who became millionaires and multimillionaires and even billionaires. If you know anything about Andrew Carnegie, he was one of the men who in the industrial age became one of the richest men, maybe in the world, I want to believe, but he was the richest man in America for sure. Okay. And so when you come to the industrial age, you have to come out of the agricultural age and start to live according to the industrial age. And now we're in a different age, a digital age. You have to understand the internet and how the internet works and how you can be of influence to people all around the world. You see, you can't just have your mind so limited that you only could see this country and you can't see beyond this country. You can't see yourself influencing the world because you're lazy in your mind. All my life, people call me lazy. From since I was a little boy growing up, even my family members used to call me lazy because their concept was to work hard, physically work hard. Okay, and I never believe in physical hard work. I always believe in this kind of work, mental work. I always believe that life's supposed to be fun. And I realize that the hardest thing for people is to think. The hardest thing for them to do is to think. So I take the hard way, which is the way of the mind, to learn to think for myself and not follow the crowd. I never believe in getting caught up in conformity. That's why many people refer to me as a crazy man, a man who lost his mind, because I don't believe like everybody else believe, and I always feel free to speak my mind. Okay, so my brother and my sisters, stop giving St. Vincent a certain name that is not nice. Don't try to make the people out in the world out there think that St. Vincent is some place where people are suffering. No. The amount of opportunities we have here, you can't get those opportunities anywhere else. I travel to a lot of Caribbean islands, and for example, Trinidad and Tobago, to me, is very fast. Okay, and you're gonna make money fast and you're gonna lose it fast. So you have to understand, when you move to those countries and so on, and you're undocumented and you don't have a plan, you'll be treated anyhow and you'll be working for meager wages. But if you go with a plan, a real plan, and you're definite about your plan, and you've been equipped, I should say. Let's say you live in St. Vincent and you consult a man like me to be your mentor, and I don't teach you all of the ropes. Okay, I don't teach you about your spiritual self. I don't teach you how to create your reality consciously. I don't teach you about some of the best books to equip yourself with. I don't teach you about how the mind really works. I don't teach you about all the different brainwash that have been passed down to you from generation to generation. I don't teach you about how the school system really works. I don't teach you about the church system. I don't teach you about the political system. I don't teach you about all of those things. And you go to America, England, Canada, trust me, multi-millionaire, billionaire. I'm telling you, you have to succeed. And because you're going with a plan, you take any job to start with. Even if it means cleaning toilets, you're going to do that because you know where you're going. So my brother, my sister, if you take a ship and you set that ship out without no compass or anything like that, it's either going to end up in some deserted place, or if it even reach that far, you're going to mash up or something because you have no direction. Okay? So your life have to have some form of direction. Don't think you're going to just leave here and you're going to go out there and everything will be handed to you and a gold spoon or something like that. Okay? You have to understand how the mind works. Once you understand how the mind works, you can live anyway and you're going to prosper. It doesn't matter where you are, you're going to prosper. Because whether you believe it or not, you are the 13th one with 12 disciples. Do you know disciples are followers? We follow you wherever you go. Your mind. So if you live down here with a limited mind, the geographical location is not going to change anything. You're going to travel with that same mind because it's going to follow you everywhere you go. You have to realize that you have 12 powers. Okay? And they're going to follow you wherever you go. So my encouragement to you is to learn how your mind works. Okay? And be a master of your mind. And when you master your mind, you become a money master. You see, money is a slave. You don't chase and follow money. No, let money chase you. Let money follow you because why? You seek first what? Wisdom. And the wisdom you're going to seek first is to find the kingdom. Which kingdom is it? The kingdom of creativity. Where would you find the kingdom of creativity? Not in the sky. It's in you. So when you realize that basically everything you were taught concerning the Bible, that the Bible is all about a mind science. It is not literal. It's not secular history. When you start to learn those things, you realize that your belief system is what is deciding whether you're going to live in poverty or prosperity. It all have to do with your belief system. So, in simple terms, change your mind and it will change your life. Change your thinking. That's why the Bible says you must be transformed. Don't be conformed, you know. It says be transformed by what? The renewing of your mind. And most of us were raised to believe that some man gonna come from the sky to save us. No, you have to save yourself. So my brother and my sisters, whatever you're looking for in England, in Canada, in America, it's right within you. It's right within you. And that's the best advice I could give to you. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm not here to bring you down. I'm here to tell you, check your mind. Because if you never check yourself, you could end up and wreck yourself. Don't think there isn't hope in St. Vincent. No, there's hope anyway. Once you understand how the mind works. Learn more about the reticular activating system that you have up here. Learn more about the prefrontal cortex that you have up here. And then as I come to a close, let me say this, right? As a black or melanated person, right? You could listen to Caucasian people speak on self-development a million times and you will never realize that everything they're saying is in the Bible. And the reason for that is because they are speaking it in a more scientific terms. They will talk about neuroscience and all of that. Okay, and they speak more in a scientific term. And you've been raised to believe that spirituality and science and technology is separated. You've been raised to believe that science is different to spirituality. And so they're speaking a different language to you. Though they're speaking English language and you're hearing them clearly, you know. But they're speaking in parables. Just like the Bible is parabolic. But, to cut the long story short, it's all mental. It's all about the mind. So when you have a gifted person like myself in your country, you understand? And I want to teach you how to create your reality consciously and you don't take me seriously. Well, too bad for you. Okay? And that's why I'm actually doing this video, because I want people to take note. So let me say, if this is the very first time that you listen to me and what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you and it resonates with you, then it is for you. If you think I'm speaking nonsense, you think I'm stupid, you think I'm crazy, you think I lost my mind, don't even listen to me. Okay? But if you think you can learn something from me and you would like to have a one-on-one, all the links are down below. If you like to read my books, the links are down below also. You know, and if you want me to take you further down the rabbit hole, you know exactly what to do. You can reach out to me. Okay? And as I said before, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe and to like and to comment and make sure that you share this video. But as I come to a close, I want to say that St. Vincent is not the problem. It's not the country. It's the mind. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. Love you all.